Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Liz Loves Books. Today I am going to be talking about all of the series that I am in the middle of. And unfortunately, it's going to be only the physical copies of series I'm in the middle of that I'm going to talk about today. Otherwise, we'd be here for 500 years. So, without ado, let's get started. So right now I am currently in the middle of 25 series. And that's just the physical books that I own. So we're going to go through all of them and we're going to see which ones that I know that I will for sure be able to finish this year and hopefully get to bring that number down because 25 is a lot. And then, of course, I have all these other books of series that I haven't even started. So let's start with one of my favorite authors I currently have, and that is Elsie Silver. I am in the middle of the Wild Love series. I have read the first 3 books in the series, and the 4th one's coming out in September, Wild Card, so I know I will be reading that in the month of September, so we'll be able to knock this one off this year, which is absolutely amazing. Then the other series by Elsie that I'm in the middle of is her original first series, the not Rebel Blue Ranch. Gold Rush Ranch. I'm mixing her up with Lila Sage. I've read the first book, Off to the Races, and I've got 3 other books in the series to continue. So this one probably won't be on my to-be-read series for very long because her books are just so easy and so bingeable. Then the next one that I've got is the Raven Cycle series by Maggie Stiefvater. This is a YA magical realism fantasy series. I actually just listened to the audio of the first book and then I got this thrifted because I was able to see Maggie Stiefvater in June. And I was able to get it signed by Maggie. So that's really cool. So I'm excited to look forward to the series. I don't have the other books physically. I'm probably going to listen to them on audio, but since I've got this first one, hopefully I'll be able to find the other ones nice and cheap. Then the next series that I am just ashamed that I haven't continued yet is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, another YA fantasy series with a little bit of a romance subplot. I gave this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book. I thought it was so unique and so different. I have the next 2 in the series and I just haven't continued, and I don't know why because I absolutely loved it. Then we can at least move on to another series that I know I will finish this year, and that is the Heartstopper series by Alice Oseman. The 6th and final book is coming out in, I believe, December of this year, and this is just a graphic novel series. So I know I will finish this one this year. And then I have got the Bonded by Thorn series by Elizabeth Helen. This is the Fairy Loot Special Edition. I can't wait till I get my other 3 in the series in the mail. They should be coming very, very soon. This one won't be finished anytime soon because there's still 3 more books in the series that aren't even released yet. And since they just got picked up, the next one won't be releasing until next year. So this one will be on my series spreadsheet for quite a while, but I've already read the first 3 books and I have the 4th book to read. The next series that I'm in the middle of is a giant series, and that is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is like a 16-book series. I've read the first book and this is the smallest book in the whole series, I believe, and it's at about 385 to 390 pages. This one will not be done anytime soon. This one is a slow and steady wins race. This series, though, however, I should be able to finish it this year as well, and that is The Duology of Phantasma and Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. I read Phantasma this year on Kindle, and then I went back and tabbed it, and I loved it. I give it 4 stars. I have Enchantra on my TBR, and I'm hoping to get to that one this year because I'm seeing Kaylee Smith at RomanceCon in September, so I think that one will get done. And I don't think there's any more in the series, but I could be wrong, so let me know in the comments below if I am or not. But I'm very excited to get to Enchantra, and hopefully it'll be a 5-star. And then another really long series that I can't believe that I've never really read before, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I read the first book, tabbed it, gave it 4 stars, really enjoyed it. Have yet to continue. Everybody knows what it's about. Then YA contemporary romance series that I started was Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I have Keeping 13 on my TBR for June. Have I read it? No. But I am really looking forward to it, and I just love reading these physically because of the flop. It's just stunning. And I've got all the new Ombre Spine editions as well. And I'm really looking forward to continuing this series because it's just so good. And I've just heard so many amazing things about the recent release of releasing 10. So I just can't wait to get to more character stories. This series is also not finished, so I know it won't be done anytime soon. But that's okay. And speaking of another series that is not finished, the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros, Fourth Wing. Everyone knows what it's about. I read this book, I think, last year in the beginning of the year. And then I was planning on reading Iron Flame, and I never got to it. And then Onyx Storm was released, and I was like, okay, I'll reread Fourth Wing. So I reread it and listened to the graphic audio. Have I continued? No. But since the fourth book's not coming out anytime soon, I feel like that's just in my favor because now I have time to read the other two. Then this book, this is one that I read this last fall, and it was one of my favorites of the year. It's called Immortal Dark by Tigges Girma. It is the special edition, first printing. I haven't heard anything about a second book coming out, so this one's kind of in limbo because I haven't heard about the second book. But it's a super really cool, like kind of dark gothic fantasy / fantasy romance with vampires. Super cool. I highly recommend it. And then this one I should be able to finish pretty soon, and it is the Lore Olympus graphic novel series by Rachel Smith. It's just this really stunning graphic novel series that's in these really beautiful like blues, pinks, purples. Easy to breeze through. Hades and Persephone retelling. So hopefully this one will get off my TBR soon. Then this is another one that is not finished yet, and I'm not sure when it's going to be finished, and that is the Veronica Speedwell mystery series by Deanna Raybourn. This is A Curious Beginning. It's the first book. I gave it 5 stars. I've also read the second book and gave it 4 stars. There's currently, I think, 9 or 10 books out in series. So, again, this one's not going to be one I'm finishing anytime soon, but I have all of the other books to be able to read. So, love this series so much. If you like kind of like slightly cozy mystery with a fantastical element, historical as well, it takes place in the 1800s, pick this up. It's really amazing. Then another novella series that I don't think is ending anytime soon, but haven't heard anything, and that is the Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire. This is Every Heart a Doorway. It's the first book. I have read all of the books in the series so far, and I'm in the process of just rereading and tapping because they're just short novellas. Because I just love the series and the world that Seanan McGuire has created with all these characters, and they're all kind of interconnected. I believe now there's 9 out, and there's usually one that comes out at the beginning of every year. And I've read them all, and I love them all, and they're just amazing. And this one is the one that I picked up at half price in the clearance section like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I had never heard of it before. It's called Daughters of the Storm by Kim Wilkins. There is another book in the series, and I think it might be a trilogy, I'm not sure. It's a finished series. It's been finished for quite a few years. Just another like adult fantasy series. And then we only have a couple more. I wanted this to be as speedy as it possibly could. These ones are just fun and nostalgic for me. It's a bunch of like interconnected series. It's the Warriors Cat series by Erin Hunter. I read these as a kid. I love them so much. I've just thrifted a bunch of them. Obviously, as you can see, like they're pretty like beat up because like a lot of kids have read them and love them. But I have like so many series by them. So I've read the first book, reread it this year. It's very short, sweet, cute, kind of middle grade juvenile fantasy series. It's just kind of cute, fun time. So this one I'm tracking, but I'm not like making it necessarily a priority to finish. This series though, it should be a priority because I am seeing the author at RomanceCon in September, and I've only read the first book, and it was a while ago, so I wanted to reread it and continue on in the series, and that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I have all of the books in the series right now, and I really enjoyed Red Queen when I read it. I believe I gave it like a 4.5 star. I have heard like a lot of people compare Powerless by Lorna Roberts to this series almost too similarly. So if you like that series, pick up the OG version. This one deserves so much more hype than it's gotten, and I feel like if it would have came out like in the height of like TikTok and everything, it would have been as big as Powerless. So I have to continue this, but this one is definitely like on the top of the TBR. Oh, and another one that is top on the TBR is the Magnolia Parks universe by Jessa Hastings. Everybody on BookTube knows the series. I've only read the first book, gave it 4 stars, really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what Daisy Hates, the second book, has in store. I don't like these covers, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg for the older OG indie covers, so we're keeping these. I like the spine, I like the color of that, so that's really all that matters. And another series that is higher on the priority list for me, because I'm also seeing this author in September, is Ashley Herring Blake, and it is the Bright Falls series. I read Delilah Green Doesn't Care earlier this year. Actually, I listened to it on audio, and then I found a copy of this and the other 2 books in the series for cheap at a Half Price Books. So I snagged them all, and I just really need to continue in the series. I'm hoping I will like the other books a little bit more, because I liked some of the side characters more than I liked Delilah and the love interest, whose name is escaping me. Claire, that's her name. So I'm looking forward to reading the second book and reading Astrid's story. Then this is another series that I need to read. It's on my TBR for this month, but I haven't been good with my June TBR. I've read 1 book off of it and DNF'd another. So anyway, that is, I don't know what the series is called, but the first book is called Runaway Love by Melanie Harlow. These are a reprint edition of the series. They all have these fun sprayed edges with different designs on them. Then we can actually move on to one that I know that I will finish this year, because there's only one more novella being released, and that is the Belladonna series by Adeline Grace. I've read the first 3, Belladonna, Foxglove, and Wisteria, and then Holly, the holiday novella, is coming out this year, so I'm planning on reading that this year, and then hopefully that will finish off the series and I can take it off my series spreadsheet. So then I have another series. This is a high fantasy grimdark one, The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. I read and annotated the first book. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I just haven't been in my super high fantasy era right now, so I haven't picked up the second and the third book. But then they also have a bunch of standalones that are in the world and another series after that, so this one definitely won't get done anytime soon, but I put it on the list so I don't forget about it. Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. And I got pretty far because I was part of a read-along for it on Instagram. So, and that is The City of Bones, first book, the reading order that I was following, and moved on to The Infernal Devices, and this is Clockwork Angel. I've read this one as well. So I made a pretty good dent with reading like 4 in the series in like a couple of months. So I had to take a big break from it because I was getting burnt out from it. And then there's one other, I haven't started the series yet, but it's on my June TBR, and I'm thinking I might try to get it in the last week or so, and that is the Guardians of the Dawn series by S.J. Jones. This is the first book called Zara. It's a YA fantasy series, and I've just heard really, really great things about this series. There's 2 books out, and the 3rd book is coming out in August, I believe, so this is one that I'll probably be adding to my physical series tracker soon. So out of all 25, I know 3 of these will be finished this year. So that could bump me down to 21. It'd be great if I could get under 20, but I don't know if that'll happen, but we will see. I just gotta get my reading game going and just read all the time. But, you know, life doesn't let you read all the time. But, so yeah, I have got 25 current physical series that I'm in the middle of, plus however many, like, Kindle series, ebook, audiobook series I'm in that I am not reading physically. So let me know in the comments below if any of these books are on your series tracker, or if there are any that you recommend that, like, I need to bump straight up to the top. Let me know, and I will see you guys in another video soon.